Hey guys, welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your match preview of Leeds versus Chelsea tomorrow at Ellen Road. This is going to be the first game between Leeds and Chelsea in the Premier League with fans finally in the stadium. Obviously, last season we did face them at Ellen Road and there was no fans. Obviously, it was the pandemic and, the Premier League went a whole season without pretty much fans in it. So, yeah, we played with no crowd this year. Obviously, it's going to be with a crowd. And I'm not looking forward to it, especially with the crowd, especially with it being at Ellen Road. It's midweek. I think it's at 7:45 or 7:30. The game starts around then. Not quite sure. I forgot. But yeah, it's going to be a crazy game tomorrow. If you don't know, obviously between Leeds and Chelsea, there is a rivalry there, especially between the fan bases. Both clubs really do hate each other. The fans hate each other. And it's not going to be a pleasant game tomorrow. And Leeds will definitely be up for it. They'll know the history between the two clubs. If you didn't know where this started, it all started back in the 1970 FA Cup final between Leeds and Chelsea. It was a 2-2 draw, and it was known to be, in fact, it's known to be the most brutal, most violent football match in British history. History. Like, there is not a game that will ever top that in terms of brutality, in terms of violence, in terms of like crunching challenges being put in and stuff like that. Like the referee on that day only showed one yellow card. He only gave one yellow card that game. And as years have gone by, I've seen referees come out and say that, well, there was one report I said where there was one report, sorry, where I saw a referee saying that in today's game, I think it was around 1997 when he said this. In today's game, 1997 at the time, he would have shown 6 red cards. And then another referee years later said 11 yellow cards would have been shown. So that really does show you how brutal that game was. And it was honestly a torrid time. The game ended 2-2, I think it was, and it was the first ever FA Cup final to go to a replay, because back then they'd do replays for every stage of the FA Cup if it was a draw. So you never had extra time or penalties for the FA Cup back in the day. But in the replay, Chelsea ended up winning 2-1 and won the 1970 FA Cup final. So there's a history lesson for you people that didn't know that and how this rivalry started. And that's why, in ways, I'm really, really worried about tomorrow. And before we even get into Leeds and where they are and Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel and what lineup he's going to put out and stuff like that, obviously we're towards the end of the season. It's the FA Cup weekend, of course. We have the new owners. Hopefully, in terms of them getting it over the line, in terms of getting the government and the Premier League approval and everything sorted out, and the new license comes through, then they will officially be our owners. They're not officially our owners yet, but we all know that they have won and they're going to be the owners. So yeah, speaking of those guys, like, oi, it's this time of the year, man, where it's towards the end of the season and you're really starting to see rumors now. Oi, the rumors are starting to pile up and pile up and pile up and pile up and pile up. I've seen Nkunku being linked to us today. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel likes him. They previously worked together at PSG. Cucurella, you've seen, everyone's seen the season he's had at Brighton. I mean, he's a player that I remember last year we was linked to him. Last season we was linked to him, and the price could have been like 20 million or something like that. And at the time I was like, yes, please get this guy. This guy is sick. Yeah. So the fact that people want him now, it just kind of annoys me, because it's like nobody knew this guy a year ago, and I did. The first time I watched this guy was in the under 21 Euros, when they covered it on YouTube for free. And I remember watching that guy, and my God, he was too good for that under 21 Euros. Honestly, he was so good, man. He's such a baller. He's such a baller. And since he came to Brighton, I was like, you know what? Great sign, and we're keeping an eye on him. And when I've seen him, he has been nothing short of class. He's played left centre back, he's played left back, he's played left wing back. He is a class fullback, and is definitely good enough to come to Chelsea and even start for us. So if we try get him this summer, it's going to be tough, because it's his first season at Brighton. Brighton are going to ask for like 40-50 million, but if Emerson goes, if Alonso goes, that might build up some money, and it could be worth it in my opinion. So yeah, we've been linked to him. Nkunku, you've seen the Dembele rumours. He's not going to extend at Barcelona, so he's going to wait for the Chelsea situation. You're seeing rumours to the RB Leipzig centre back. I'm not going to pronounce his name. He's Croatian. Koulibaly links again stronger and stronger. You're seeing Koundé. Obviously, we might get him. Tchouameni, the race between The race for him is heating up. Apparently, Liverpool are probably the favourites right now. I'd say we're probably behind them in terms of that. So the rumours are really starting to pile up, and it's that time of the year. You will see Chelsea news videos coming out soon in the future, especially when the season's over. And yeah, hopefully Chelsea can have a statement window, as I expect them to have. So yeah, let's get into now the proper preview now. Obviously, Leeds. They're 18th in the league. They got 34 points. They lost in the weekend against Arsenal. They're on the same points as Burnley, who are 17th. But their goal difference is so bad, Leeds. Like, I think they're like on minus... I think they're on like minus 50 something. They've conceded so many goals this season. When they were under Bielsa, oh my god, every team in the league would slap them. Like, slap them, bro. It's actually embarrassing at one point. And guess who was the only team who struggled against them during the Bielsa period? Remember the last game we played them? 3-2? Yeah? It took a 94th minute Jorginho penalty to bloody win the game. And this is what I'm worried about tomorrow, because this is at Ellen Road, small stadium. You know, the crowd are going to be close to the goal. It's not exciting, man. And like I said, Leeds fans hate Chelsea. They hate us so much. So they're going to be pumped up for tomorrow. The players are going to be up for it. They're going to see how the last game went and think, wow, we really shouldn't have lost that game. And they're going to be up for this, considering they're fighting for something. And this, to them, is a big game. This is probably one of the biggest games of the season in terms of teams in the league. Like, I'd say us, Man United is up there. And yeah, I'd say we're probably up there as one of their biggest games of the season, or the games that they look for in terms of, you know, the calendar and when the fixture list comes out. So it's going to really be a tough game tomorrow. Jesse March has come in. Overall, I think he's done a decent job. I think he could keep them up. But I think there's a really good chance they could go down. I think it depends on Burnley. I think Everton will stay up after their recent results, but there's no guarantee. They're only a point above the relegation zone. But if Leeds get a win tomorrow, it's really good for them, because that could also strengthen their position to stay in the Premier League. Now, if we don't win tomorrow now, top four is in jeopardy. I'm letting you lot know right now. It is seriously in jeopardy, and I'll start to believe that we could seriously finish fifth. Because in my opinion, I think Tottenham are going to beat Arsenal. So if we lose tomorrow, for example, we've got the FA Cup final. Let's think about this scenario, guys. Let's say we lose tomorrow. We're stuck on 67 points. Arsenal on 66 points. And Tottenham are on 62 points, if I'm not wrong. Let's say Tottenham beat Arsenal tomorrow. That gap goes from 62 to 65. So they'll be a point behind Arsenal, right? And then let's say they both win on the weekend. They both go above us, because we've got the FA Cup final. We'll have a game in hand, but they both go above us. If Tottenham beat Arsenal and then both teams win on the weekend whilst we have our FA Cup final, they both go above us and we go fifth. Top four is in jeopardy if we don't win tomorrow. Even if it's a draw tomorrow. Even if it's a draw and Arsenal beat Tottenham, and Tottenham beat Arsenal, bruv, you have Tottenham a point behind us if they win on the weekend, and Arsenal go above us anyway, even if we draw. So we have to win this game. We have to win this game. If we drop points in this game, we have to hope Arsenal get the job done against Tottenham tomorrow. I think the game is on Thursday, sorry, because we play tomorrow. So this is really bad, and we really shouldn't be in this position. But when you drop points to Everton twice, Brighton twice, Man United twice, Burnley, who else is there? Wolves twice as well, Brentford, Arsenal. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough. And considering the standards and where we wanted to be and where I wanted us to finish in terms of points, I wanted us to finish around 8-9 points behind Man City and Liverpool to show a bit of progression in the league, but we just showed no progression in the league. And I think that's just due to mentality and the players just being checked out and just looking forward to the FA Cup final, in which, boy, we could get slapped in, and it's not really exciting. Thomas Tuchel done his press conference. Not really much interesting things was said. Obviously, the ownership situation. Team news, Jorginho and Kante are a doubt. So they could be available, they could not be. It's looking like a 50-50 situation. I'm guessing they'll do late tests later on. They probably already have, as I'm recording this video, to see if they'll travel with the team. I'm not quite sure. But if they do, then hopefully one of them at least play, because I do think we'll need one of them. Because Kovacic and Ruben, as a pivot, I like them both, but as a pivot, it does not work, because who's defending? Where's the tracking back? You saw it in the game against Wolves. Speaking of lineups, let's get into the predicted lineup on what I think Thomas Tuchel is going to do tomorrow. So in goal, I think Edouard Mendy's gonna play. His form's really been booky recently. It's not been the greatest, but I still back him. I still believe he's world class. He's just going through a tough time, just like everyone else would. Okay, Alisson went through a tough time last season. Okay, he's still a world class goalkeeper. Mendy, it's not as bad as Alisson was last season, but still, come on, just allow him, guys. You know, just let him just build up his confidence, and hopefully he can end the season really well and have a great performance, not just tomorrow, but also in the FA Cup final and for the rest of the season. So Mendy in goal. The back three, Antonio Rudiger left centre back. I mean, yeah, it was confirmed today. Fabrizio gave the here we go. He's off to Real Madrid. He's going to be earning 9 million, 10 million euros plus a mad signing bonus. So fair play to him. He got his money. He got his big wage package that he's been working hard for in his career, considering his age. And I just find it funny how Chelsea fans are calling him a snake, calling him a virus, you know, saying this and that about Tony Rudiger. Yet when he was going through a tough time, you lot didn't mind him going to Spurs or PSG. But because he's been world class for the last 18 months, or shall I say, yeah, for the last 18 months, oh, you're upset that he's going to Real Madrid now, the biggest club on the planet. Funny that, innit? Honestly, if you're complaining about Rudiger going to Real Madrid, shame on you, because you're probably the same person that didn't mind him going to Spurs. So piss off, innit? Just get out, okay? He wants to leave. We've let him go. It is what it is. Shut up. Let's just hope he performs for the rest of the season, because he's been terrible recently. And yeah, done. Him, left centre-back. Middle centre-back, centre-back, Thiago Silva. Done. Right centre-back, Trevor Chalobah has to play. Has to play. Azpilicueta is out here agreeing contracts with Barcelona when he has a contract until 2023. So I don't know why he's out here agreeing contracts with Barcelona for 11 million per year. I did the maths. They've actually upped his contract offer by like at least by nearly 100 grand. No wonder he wants to go. So respectfully, Aspi, if you want to go, just leave. Thank you for the club. I love you, and you're club legends to me anyway, in my opinion. So yeah. But I'll play Chalobah. He's our future. He needs to play more. We haven't lost a game when he started, so play him. Right wing back, Reece James. Left wing back, left wing back. Bloody hell. Who's going to play here then? I mean, from what I heard, I saw a couple quotes saying Tuchel, he had his situation with Alonso. Everyone knows the bust up between them both, but he said it's been resolved. So I'm guessing he is going to play tomorrow. And I think Tuchel had no choice but to resolve the situation with Alonso, because if he didn't, if he decided not to play him for the rest of the season, which in normal circumstances, after a situation like that, after the bust up they've had, you'd normally go, fair enough, yeah, do that, Tuchel. But we're not going to play Malang Sarr left wing back. You're not going to play Kennedy left wing back, are you? So Alonso's really the only option there, so play Alonso there. Another player that wants to leave. Again, if you want to leave, bye, I don't really care, but let him just play let him play left wing back tomorrow. Can I just say about these defenders as well, yeah? All you man playing shit, Aspi, Christensen, Rudiger, Alonso, please, if you're going to play, could you just play well for the rest of the season? There's not long left until you all get to go to Spain and enjoy the sun, okay? Just focus on Chelsea for the rest of the season and just win us a trophy and get us secured in the top four for the love of Christ, please. That's all I'm saying to these defenders, please, okay? That's all I'm asking for. Sorry. Anyway, middle midfielders, Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic. If Jorginho and Kante are a doubt, I'm not going to put them in the team if they're a doubt. If they're fit, play Jorginho alongside Kovacic, in my opinion. Do that. So yeah, I hope they're both fit for the final, because if they're not, oh my God, Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic in the pivot against Liverpool with their super team of Thiago, Keita and Fabinho in the midfield, we will get smoked, I promise you. So hopefully Jorginho and Kante are fit, or at least one of them. So yeah, it's peak. But yeah, I'll play those two tomorrow. And the front three is a bit difficult. I'm going to go with, I think Mason Mount will come back into the team. I can't lie. I think Mason Mount will come back into the team. I also think Kai Havertz will come back to the team. And I think Romelu will keep his place. Mason Mount in the 10 with Kai Havertz and Romelu Lukaku as the two strikers. I think on the weekend with Pulisic playing and Werner playing, I think Pulisic was just there for a rotation to rest Mount, to be honest with you. So Mount can play this week, this game and the FA Cup final. So I think Pulisic will go back to the bench, despite, in my opinion, having a good performance. And I think Werner will go back to the bench for this game, but I think could have a very good chance of playing in the FA Cup final. Lukaku, he scored 2 goals on the weekend. He had a good performance, so you keep on playing him, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's the lineup, guys, that I think Thomas Tuchel will play with the wing-backs, with the centre-backs, with the 2 midfielders. If Jorginho and Kante are not fit, then Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic will play, and then obviously the front three, Mason Mount probably play that lone 10 role that Pulisic played on the weekend and Mount's been playing recently, and I think the two strikers, Havertz and Lukaku up front. In terms of the score prediction, I don't know. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Chelsea win. I think we'll get the job done. Surely we win this. If we don't win this, oh wow, we actually might finish in Europa League places. Because like I said, I think Tottenham are going to beat Arsenal. And if they do, and then both teams, Arsenal and Tottenham, win on the weekend, it is peak for us if we don't win tomorrow. So yeah, we better win, get the job done. They're not that great. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review and maybe a play ratings video. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace.